the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Jaguars and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next.
Right ahead, the NFL playoffs begin here on this Saturday afternoon. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. The start of Super Wild Card Weekend, and off we go here on this Saturday. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A penalty marker is down as he gets up close to the 35, but this one might be coming back a bit. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They put Kelce in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Man in motion is Brown. On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. A pickup of 21 on that connection. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They go play action with Mahomes. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another 1st down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
1st down throw, Mahomes to the outside, catch made by Worthy.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. From the gun, here's Pacheco. He'll get this right to the 20-yard line. Foye Oluokun with the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round. On third down, Mahomes. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. It's a first down and a gain of 13. Scoring first, so critical in a playoff game. They've got it here, first and goal. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll be second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. To the goal line and in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Super Wild Card Weekend. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft. It's Trevor Lawrence.
Getting your team to the playoffs, Mike, that's a massive accomplishment for any quarterback. But if he wants to take them on a deep run, can he find the balance of playing mistake-free football while also maintaining that aggressive approach that has gotten them here in the first place? It's certainly not going to be easy. This place is going to be rocking, and their opponents, they have championship aspirations of their own. But as long as he doesn't let the moment get too big for him, his team's going to have a shot to move on to next week.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars first down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On the move, past the 40. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Lawrence. Look in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
And he's going to have a Jags first down. They needed 2 and gained 6.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Now he'll run it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Initially, they do a really nice job of bringing pressure, But what you can't do anytime you're playing an athletic quarterback like this, Mike, is you can't let him escape the pocket. You got to keep him on his spot. It seemed like everybody was chasing their own sack instead of just rushing him as a unit.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. 2nd down, Lawrence. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Trevor Lawrence, touchdown, Jacksonville.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. They put Kelce in motion. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. A run up the middle with Pacheco, and he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here, and now it's going to be 3rd down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down.
You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Jaguars offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the 1st down with that one. In motion comes Thomas. They go play action for Lawrence. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas.
Holding offense.
To throw is Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence now. Now a screen set up for ETN. the pistol. Here's Lawrence. That is caught by Washington. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. Second and 7. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that play. Here's 3rd and 7. Lawrence. That's complete to Etienne. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Jaguars ready to punt this one away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They put Kelce in motion. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First and 10 for Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Matt Araiza now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Once again, it's Etienne. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
Open man is Davis. He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down. Now Lawrence He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That is brought in. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff, ETN. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
And he'll work this down inside the 35. Brian Cook up from his safety spot to make the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Up the middle, here's ETN. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Bigsby. And that ball will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
So, 4th down, and on comes the rookie, Cam Little, for this Jaguar field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Chiefs offense ready to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He'll hit Kelce quickly on the RPO.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
3rd and a yard. Now, Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Man in motion is Brown. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his 1st read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A handoff to Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Foye Oluokun. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence. That's caught. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's pulled in by the Chiefs.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue the ball. Every defense focuses on getting as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The Chiefs offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
Tight end going in motion here. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. That one is good. And the Chiefs will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. But Jaguars offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they will finally get him out of bounds, but not until he's near the 45-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down. They put Strange in motion. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. I mean, how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy, but you get paid to catch them all.
A huge play just before the half. 33 yards. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it here with ETN. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. To throw is Lawrence. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars.
And this is where the threat of run just opens up everything else in your offense, especially when you have a premier back lined up behind center. And this is one of those cases where the defense is so worried about how do we stop this ground game. They don't have enough guys to account for everyone in the passing game, and results in an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars go up by 7. It is now 17-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. Throwing now, Mahomes. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll try to run for it. And Mahomes going to protect himself here. He's going to slide and get down, and he's got that 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They put Kelce in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the 2nd half.
The throw on the run is complete, and he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? So we are at halftime here in the AFC Wild Card matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jags offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne on the option. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
On the give, it's Etienne. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding. Offense.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. They'll run. It's Etienne. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down. To throw is Lawrence. That is caught by Washington. Into space. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 86 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Holding. Offense.
Oh, as costly as they come. The holding call wipes away what would have been a long touchdown. They'll throw now 3rd and forever. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The home team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Gray is the motion man here. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down, but a marker is on the field, and we need to check this call.
Fight on these two.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that 1st down play. 2nd down and 8. Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelce. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Patrick to throw. Oh, he tried to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Darnell Savage.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
The receiver did his part. He creates really nice separation at the top of the route, but he just runs out of room on the sideline. I think the quarterback's thinking, get that ball out of my hand a little bit quicker, and I got myself a completion.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They put Kelce in motion. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelce. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
15.
They put Kelce in motion. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
That's on the tackle, Jawan Taylor. Putting the tight end in motion. This caught right side by Worthy. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Mahomes now to throw again. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver, but Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
So back to level after the touchdown, in time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. This run straight ahead for ETN. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
Foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense. Automatic first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's ETN. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty.
Let's go.
On the ground, here's ETN. Good recovery after the penalty. He's back within a couple of yards of that first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. He finds Thomas coming across the field. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
When done properly, crossing routes are a great way to get your receivers the ball in space with room to run after the catch. And that's exactly what they're able to do here, executed to perfection. And they pick up a ton of yards after the catch.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. Now here's Lawrence. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars move out in front 20-17.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense, over 300 yards passing in the game, and has been sharp right from the start. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. That's the former number 1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Play action here. Mahomes, he's going to let this one go for Worthy.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The carry here for Etienne. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. George Karlaftis there to make the play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Man in motion here is Washington. 2nd down, Lawrence. Open man is Davis. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. On the handoff, it's Etienne. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Now he takes off. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? That's on the tackle, Anton Harrison. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. 1 quarter remains here in this AFC Wild Card matchup. This is the NFL Playoffs on EA Sports. Etienne, and the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Lawrence now. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Returnable from the 17. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw to the right side. Hauled in by Kelce. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. A short throw taken in by Kelce. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5. It's up 2nd and 5. They put Kelce in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. He's going to tuck it and go. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. Medical staff will take a look, see if he can continue here in the wild card round. Big play coming up. This is third down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can, and now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes. That one taken in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. To throw is Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Chiefs offense getting set to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They put Kelce in motion. Mahomes on 1st down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
They put Kelce in motion. A 1st down throw for Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Rice. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a 1st down. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. There's that man again. Another catch. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal. They put Kelce in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. Mahomes to the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the...
This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Kansas City. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Keelan Robinson to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. He's going to run it. 22 yards, the pickup there. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down. This one complete to Washington. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Medical staff going to take a look, see if he can continue here in this wild card round. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing is Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And they are indeed back within 1 score. So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Xavier Worthy and his Kansas City teammates getting set for their next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. That one on the center, Creed Humphrey. Man in motion is Brown. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. Mahomes now on 2nd down. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 3rd and 10. They put Kelce in motion. On 3rd down, they go with Pacheco. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. On comes the Chiefs punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Man in motion here is Washington. They'll drop to throw. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second, as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Now on 2nd and long. That's Washington, the man in motion. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4. Bring up 3rd down. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Trailing late, it's got to go here. It's 4th down. That's going to be caught. And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute, and it may just be enough to get them a victory.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2-E. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down 2-E. One in the win column for the Chiefs. They are moving on in these playoffs. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. They have to get right back to work for the divisional round. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious as we say so long from Arrowhead.